Hasbro is a company that has been able to constantly evolve throughout its 93-year history. This is a company that has been seen its way through key milestones and new brand innovations. The Hasbro name has remained relevant and profitable. However, today we are putting our focus on Hasbro 2016 and beyond. The gaming industry is continually evolving. Over the years, we have found ways to reinvent the board game so that our classic games can be enjoyed for generations to come. For 2016 and beyond, we want to totally rethink the way Hasbro games are played. Today's most popular games are played on consoles like PS4 and Xbox One. We are presenting this game that includes the current most played gaming genres to create a Hasbro experience for the new generation. The digital gaming industry is growing fast and pulling in large amounts of revenue. The success of Family Fun Night has shown us that our fans and customers are ready for a Hasbro game on the digital gaming platform. Crossing over into other genres of gaming will allow us to capture the new generations and give other gamers a phenomenal new way to enjoy their favorite game brand. Hasbro Land Rescue will be the game to bridge that gap. It will include many of your familiar Hasbro characters and a new Hasbro gaming experience. The game may seem costly to produce in the beginning, but by the third year we will see profits in the 10 millions. The release of this game in the first quarter of 2017 will ensure that Hasbro has a fun current game to interest gamers. We are making sure that we are providing a game that is included in the most played digital game genres. With the digital game industry pulling in over $61 million a year, we are making sure that Hasbro is capitalizing off of those numbers to increase company's profit. Not only will we see an increase in profit, but we will form new partnerships, and most of all, we are renewing the Hasbro name so that the new generation of gamers can continue to enjoy those new classic brands that are in the Hasbro portfolio. Classic games like Life, Candyland, and Battleship are becoming obsolete with our new generation. We are presenting a game that will not only appeal to children of the new generation, but their parents as well. Hasbro sales have fallen over 1%. We are in a century of worrying less about the games that are created and understanding more and adapting to the boards that we play them on. With the success of this game being offered on its new platform, we see promising growth in sales. That will in turn provide Hasbro with an increased profit margin and possible franchised movies, theme park rides, or television series. We also want to increase the way parents and children connect instead of competing for attention. We see that parents are feeding into the expedited ways their children like to play gaming consoles. So we make sure the game is available through Ubisoft. We already have a partnership with them as they released the Family 4-pack. It has been called Timeless, but it was poorly marketed. We would come up with a better rollout in the following slides. Based on the numbers for the other games created by Ubisoft, it will take around $25 million to produce and market. So approximately $50 million in total. Since we do have an established infrastructure for game development, any money not used for production will go into marketing. The projected price sells for the first year based on the numbers of similar games sold. The second year increase is based on the fact that the game will further be prepared by new movies, shows, and toys which contain the same characters, as well as the fact that the game will be heavily advertised and marketed through our partnerships. We will reduce the price of the game by $10 in the third year, but we will still see an increase in sales as the release of Frozen 2 is slated during this time frame. By the third year, our expected profit will be around $86 million. We will likely be over that mark as there are plans to develop more partnerships for distribution as well as eventually rolling out a PC version and a mobile application. Our solution to develop Hasbro Land Rescue will be hugely supported by our existing company structure. We will be using 3 existing U.S. locations for coordinating this project. We will not hire new staff. Instead, we will reorganize staff to work on this project. We will use our existing resources in the areas of IT, R&D, human resources, and sales and marketing in the development of the online game. We will also use third-party manufacturers for advertising and physical manufacturing of the game. The area of the company most affected by the development of the new game is sales and marketing. This is the area where the most money will be spent. It is expected to spend around $25 million on marketing over the 3-year period. We have priced the game at $49.99 for both online and physical purchases. This is based on a price point of like games. To market this product, we will advertise online, on children websites, and also television advertising like Nick Jr. and Disney. We will also coordinate with partners to advertise coinciding with the release of any programming that includes characters from the game. The game will be available on Hasbro Gaming Channel in partnership with Ubisoft and Entertainment Arts. This is what the site looks like. As you can see, you can simply click on Hasbroland Rescue and you are ready to download. EA will be responsible for console downloads and Ubisoft will handle the downloads on site. This solution will benefit from contracts and licenses already in place with Walt Disney, Ubisoft, EA, Marvel Entertainment, LLC, and Netflix. Some of these licenses will be in place for the duration of the 3-year period and some will be renewed. To reduce the risk, we will need to ensure the success of the game by generating significant revenues, which will keep our partnership strong. In order to launch the game, we will need to apply for a non-provision patent as well as a provisional patent when the game is released. And this is to establish intellectual property rights for Hasbroland. These legal steps will establish and protect Hasbro's rights to the game, as well as adhering to a strict code of conduct that is aligned with their business values. This benefits their shareholders and the consumers. They have recently been named one of the world's most ethical companies by multiple sources. This portion of the presentation will cover our strategy implementation of the video game Hasbroland Rescue. Starting in June 2016, the licensing and pre-development will begin for the necessary partnerships in regards to designing the game. We will choose artists and developers and map out what kind of game is to be produced. In the fall, we will begin designing an artwork, and we'll begin to establish the product in a brand that will be known throughout the world and enable families to learn how to game in a digital world without losing the board game itself. Throughout the winter, we will be in a design process leading us through the following year with a few milestones during year 2. The console establishments will gear for its arrival, the development will continue, and trailers and advertisements will be created and produced for public consumption. The game is presented on the Hasbro Game Channel, providing a sense of longevity to the brand towards this new outlet. It will inspire partnerships and agreements. One way of advertising it is to release it featured along with consoles. Although this will raise the price of the console, it will lower the retail price of the game slightly enough to cause interest. During year 3, there will be an ad placement and testing, as well as refinement, and a launch party to take place at GameStop and Toys R Us. Add-ons will be introduced, and the game will have a relaunch during the holiday season as possible. There will be a product evaluation and an assessment in regards to how the product does as an additive to both the toy and game collection. Other than reviewing sales and distribution revenue and numbers evenly each week, we do happen to feel that this game will inspire youngsters to buy toys and game based on their experience with the video game. It will bring families together to enhance their board game experience. We also feel that the game will inspire digitally adaptive families to use board games more often. This game will enhance the board game experience in a way that is crucial to the future of games and gaming. Sales will be evaluated on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. Distribution is not limited to, and the game is available for advertisement and mass production of ancillary products. This game will be a necessary additive to the Hasbro gaming family and will inspire growth in revenue of Hasbro-related products. With the profit margin of at least 10% during the first 2 years of sales, and during year 3, the price can be reduced to stimulate growth. The following slides, notes are references. Thank you.